Hello, I warmly welcome you today to our video. We will talk about radiant, youthful, healthy and glowing skin, which is my specialty. For those who don't know me, I'm Nataša Godler. I'm the owner of beauty studio Nataša Space Media Aesthetic, which is a little bit more than beauty studio. This year we will celebrate 20th birthday, so I'm in this field of work for 27 years, almost 28. During these years I was working on very different fields. First with massages, acupressure, I studied Chinese medicine, so doing a massage. But now it all came up to one program which I would call graceful aging. I will not say anti-aging, I will say graceful aging or age well. First I studied pharmacy because I love chemistry. I love chemistry of food, cosmetic products, supplements. I love them. I use them a lot. So now after years of working, I did one of my own programs and I work by 5 pillars, which I believe that if we integrate in our life, we don't only achieve glowy skin, we achieve radiant health and skin and how we feel, so that we feel excellent in our skin. I would say the skin we live in, this is the closest. So after the pharmacy I continued to beauty field 27 years ago, and now the core of my work is I'm specialized now on anti-aging. What does it mean? I'm the first one in Slovenia that I'm using Derma Diagnostic machine. This is a scientific Derma Diagnostic machine which allows us the inside look into the skin. We use ultrasound and other parameters. I will not go much into that, so that we can see what is happening in our skin. But today we are talking about little secrets how to keep your skin young, healthy and glowy. And one of the biggest secrets is UV protection. I know that you already heard that one, but it's not meant only when we are exposed to the sun. It's meant every day in a year. Why is that so? I will explain it shortly. I have with me today my model, my co-worker, because I think it's, I know from salon that it's much easier for somebody who doesn't know the skin so deep that you can easier imagine it. So this layer is called epidermis. This is outer skin layer, and this one is called dermis. And here aging and anti-aging is happening in this layer. But we have to think about the skin maybe a little bit different. So this is like the wall. Epidermis is the wall, and it has to be strong one that protects the castle and the people inside. And who lives inside? Inside lives collagen, elastin and glucosaminoglycans, and the most important of them is hyaluronic acid. This we already heard. So how does UVA rays impact on your skin, and why is skin protection so important all year long? We have in our atmosphere UVA and UVB. UVC is out of the picture. So UVB we have only 5%, at least in geographic area where I live. When we have winter, we have summer, we have spring, and UVB rays only go through here, through basal membrane. This is actually the where epidermis stops and dermis continues. So UVB rays only go to here, and they are very harmful because they can cause cancer. So SPF protection actually means how big is UVB. But UVA is a different story. UVA goes through here, all papillary dermis and a little bit of reticular dermis, and it can damage all the collagen in here. And when this happens on this area where damage is, collagen fibers are like in a network and they support the skin. So more collagen we have, more the skin is firm. And collagen represents 70% of your skin, which is really, really a lot. So with years, when we lose collagen, people often say, oh, my skin got thinner, it was not like that years ago. Yeah, this is normal. This is a normal process of aging. But with UVA rays, this escalates a lot. So if we lose this part of collagen because of UVA rays, what happens? Because this is usually central on the face, on the cheeks, this is shown by redness, by inflammation process. Here collagen degrades, and what happens? This. And this is the most common reason that women after 40s come into the salon and ask, what can I do? My skin is not so firm anymore, and wrinkles and everything, but mainly it goes on firmness. So one of the secrets how to keep your skin youthful and also healthy is to use very, very high UVA protection all year long, every day, not just on the sun. When we are exposed on the sun, then we should also use high UVB. But for example, in our region, in wintertime, we don't need high UVB. So this would be day cream with low UVB and very high UVA, because it's not necessary for us to apply UVB every year. And at this point, people usually are very surprised because they didn't hear about that, or maybe we don't talk about that a lot. But with my Derma Diagnostic machine, this is Cortex technology, is the most renowned scientific machine on the market, in the world market. We can also measure photo damage of the skin, because photo aging is 80% of visible aging of face. Why? Because face is actually the only part of our body, whole body, that is exposed every day. Because usually we wear some clothes, or in winter time we are not so exposed, and so on and so on. But only this 20 centimeters of our face is exposed every day. And every day our collagen is degrading. So we want to keep it as good as possible. This is why American dermatologists or anti-age specialists often joke, but it's not completely a joke, it's true, that the most cheap anti-aging treatment is actually to have good UV protection. So think about that when you buy your cosmetics, because this is really, really important, because you can have the best serums in the world, but if you will lose too much collagen, still this will happen and you will not be happy with that. This is why I often call this skin investment. If we only think about how much money we spend on coat, on boots, on our clothes, but the skin, this is our coat for whole life, and we only have one, so we want to protect it. Skin is very sensitive on one side because it's often damaged, and in 99% damage is made with cleansing, with use of soap. You have on the surface of the skin, you have epidermal barrier. This is on the top, and this barrier is like shields, you know, when it's the same like when the protest is happening and army or police came and they put the shields so that no one can go on the other side. Yeah. And the problem with the skin barrier is that primary function of our skin is the barrier from us to environment, because this is our protection. It protects our inside. It doesn't allow anything from our inner body to go out. So when the epidermal barrier is compromised, these shields are apart, and the bigger the damage is, more they are apart. So it means they're missing in between. And what happens? Your water goes out, your skin is dry, and it can be only, it can be also oily, dry and oily, and then you don't know what to use. If you use moisturizer, it's not enough. If you use something more nourishing, you have breakouts. This is all epidermal barrier problem. And why am I pointing that out? Because 5-6 years ago, when we started with Derma Diagnostic, 3 to 4 of 10 visitors had this damage on the skin. Today, everybody. 10 of 10, because of retinols, acids, triple cleansing, double cleansing, everything we do with the face. So this is very, very, very important, because if the barrier is damaged, then our skin cannot do primer function to be the barrier. And not only the water goes out and it causes premature aging, also from the environment things go inside, which skin would not allow on the first place if it could provide primer function. So this is very important, to have strong epidermis, strong wall to protect your dermis, because in dermis aging and anti-aging is happening here. Okay, this is one thing. Healthy barrier and SPF every day, UVA every day. I work by 5 pillars, because I don't believe that only with skincare we can achieve that radiant look that we would like. We would also like to feel radiant, to have a lot of energy, to feel young, not only to look young, yeah? So I work by 5 pillars which I made. First pillar is proper skincare at home, based on measurements, because then we do individual architecture of your skincare at home. It's written for your skin only, based on parameters we measure. So skincare at home, and then how to properly choose treatments in salon. This is very, very important, because if we don't do it on the right time, it can also happen that you only have 20% of result, which is really, really not what you came for. So skincare at home, proper timing of treatments in salon, age well food, like I call it. I don't call it anti-aging, I call it age well, because we want to gracefully age. It's not anti-age actually. Supplements, a lot of supplements. I love supplements because they support our body. This is like our private army against aging. So I'm big fan of supplements. My anti-aging doctor did the plan for me, and it works very good for me. So I suggest you that you do maybe some hormonal tests and go to one specialist which gives you the food plan, the supplements plan, because core of our aging is besides methylation, glycation and other process that is going on, because aging is very complex. Core of aging is inflammation and oxidation, and it is happening 24/7 in our body, and we cannot stop it. It's natural process, and it's natural also in aging. But every inflammation, it's degradation. So if we would very simply say, we could say that we see visible signs of aging when degradation takes over. So we want to build something new. We need new tissue, we need more collagen, we need more of everything to stay full, juicy, shiny, glowy, and also to feel great in our skin. So food and supplements are very, very, very important, because this is nourishment from inside out, and a lot we can do from outside in. And the 5th pillar is taking care of our psychophysical body. It means I put a lot of attention on meditation, on gratefulness, on breathing techniques, on Pilates, on sport, but not aggressive sport, So I think that with these 5 pillars, we can achieve not only to be healthy, but to be healthy, to feel great in our skin, to be glowy, to have the energy, to be in good mood, to be positive. So I integrate all of that in my skincare, and the results I have are really good. I wouldn't say this is my job, because it's not. I wanted to have salons since I was 3 years old. I can't actually even remember, but my parents told me. And since forever, I wanted that. And this is now my life mission, I would say, because this is somehow lifestyle, not a job, because it's all connected. Sleeping, studying. I'm preparing my book now about all these 5 pillars and everything behind. If it will ever come out in English, for sure I will call it The Skin We Live In, but I'm still trying to find a Slovenian title. It's much more difficult than in English. So this is what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope that you will feel great in your skin.